Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another covered call video. Now today we're continuing the $10,000 challenge. Now let's just be honest here, this last month or these last couple months have just been probably terrible for a lot of us in these high growth innovative plays. So I'm just going to go ahead and say out front that the covered calls have not been going too well these last couple weeks and these last couple months. I mean, at this point, I'm just numb to the market. Like, I'm ready for it to drop even lower if it has to. I'm just kind of getting sick of it. I wish it would just keep pushing higher. But, I mean, the NASDAQ supposedly is pushing higher, but, you know, every stock is just getting destroyed. So, I mean, obviously, there's some standouts like Amazon, Visa, all those type of companies. But all the companies that are high growth are just getting absolutely destroyed lately. So, that's not too good. So just by my weekly chart, you guys can see I'm down over 8% on my Robinhood account. Now my TD Ameritrade, I haven't showed it on this channel. I probably will eventually, but I just like the Robinhood platform for showing everybody things on here. I mean, obviously TD Ameritrade has better graphs and stuff like that for more technical analysis, but this is the easiest to just log in on my phone, check my balance or whatever, check my stocks, and just go from there. Now, when I last saw you guys, I talked about all these stocks that I sold covered calls on my Robinhood account. Now, I'm going to show you guys the ones that I sold on my TD Ameritrade. So the first one is PLTR. So this one, it's just been in a range for the last month about. It's not getting any higher. It's just not really going too much lower. It's just kind of trading in a range. Hopefully it breaks past this at least $25 pretty soon here. In the long term, it definitely will, in my opinion. I did get in this one kind of high. I think I bought 100 shares at around $29, and then I bought another 100 shares around $24. So my average buy price, I think, is around $26, $27. So I'm definitely down on this one, but I sold 2 covered calls on this one. I'll show you guys on my spreadsheet in just a second. Now, the one that I added into this list this month or this week is Skillz. So I bought 200 shares of this. Sadly, I'm already down on it though. I bought in, I think, around $19, maybe $18.90, somewhere around there. So I'm down on this one. But if you guys look at the 3-month chart here, this thing has just been absolutely getting destroyed. So, you know, once things start turning around here, this thing is most likely just going to slingshot up and this thing is going to dominate. So we'll see what happens, but clearly over the last 3 months, it's been trending down. Does seem like it's kind of bottoming out here though. Let's hope. So this is one I added. The premiums aren't super great, but I believe I got around $100 for when I did it. I think I got 163 or 123 for my first, and I sold another one for $22.50, and I got $61, I believe. I'll show you guys here in a second. But Skillz is another one. PLTR, Skillz. I also sold 2 on Neo. Now I've had my Neo shares for a while, but from buying and selling, my average price is a little bit high. But I sold 2 on this one as well. I'm really hoping this thing gets back into the 40 range. It was up there. It was definitely up there near 40, but we just kind of got screwed today, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Neo is another one. Now, I have not sold any covered calls on Virgin Galactic yet, just because I'm so down on this. I do believe, though, that this company will grow greatly in the future, especially once they do their next test flight or their next actual flight with people on it. And I believe that's somewhere scheduled in around May. So we're going to wait about a month to see what happens with this one. I mean, obviously, if the spaceship crashes for some odd reason or something goes bad, this stock is probably going to get cratered. But long term, I think either way, I think this company will do great. But I think this one has a great chance of becoming something huge because it's the only company doing space tourism basically right now. I mean, obviously SpaceX is going to try to do it as well, but you know, they don't have a stock right now, so this is a great way to get into that kind of stuff. Only other one I sold was on Riot blockchain here. It was doing great. It was doing absolutely great. It was almost at $60 again, but everything is just selling off. I don't know why. Historically, usually April is a really good month for the stock market. So, I mean, we're barely starting April. I mean, we're only 7 days in, but hopefully towards the end, we start seeing some bigger pumps in some of these companies. But I sold one on this as well. My buy price is 64, so I'm still getting hammered. Now, one thing that I kind of regret is my Mara shares. I actually did get exercised on these, and I sold 100 before. So if I would have just held on to them, I probably could have sold them more towards, up here towards 55. But I didn't know that was going to happen. I thought the market was going to continue going down. So I took my money and ran basically. I'm still in Riot, so that's still giving me exposure to Bitcoin basically. But yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now, guys. Like I said, I'm just getting absolutely crushed right now. So I'm just praying that everything starts going up here. I mean, I'm long term at this point, definitely. If I had more money, I would probably add some into some of these companies. I don't think I'm going to add any more into BNGO and Sensonics and Gevo right now. I do think they will get back to their all-time highs, especially Gevo. For some reason, I think Gevo has the highest potential to hit new highs. But we'll see what goes down. All these companies are just down huge right now. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go over to my spreadsheet and show you guys all the totals for all these covered calls that I sold this week. Alright, so in my last video, like I said, it was right here, March 21st, April 16th. Those are for the last video I did. I believe that was, I'm kind of confused. I think this is either week 6 or week 7. I think last week was week 5 of my covered call challenge. But anyways, these are the new ones that I did recently. As you can see on 4-5, I think I did most of these. Or actually, I believe I did most of these on the 28th or 29th, I think. Whatever day was Monday. But anyways, yeah, so I got Skillz here. I guess I got in at 19. 200 shares. I have one covered call at $20 for 123. If that does get exercised, then I'll get a total of $223. Now I have another one at $22.50 for $61. So if that one gets exercised, I'll have $411 from that stock appreciation and the covered call premium. Now PLTR, Palantir, I don't know why. Something got, I don't know if I just wasn't awake during this time or what, or I clicked the wrong button or what, but this is kind of weird how I did this. So I have one at 25 that expires on the 30th of April and one at 30 that expires at 4/16. So I think these should have been swapped. I think I was trying to do the 25 one on the 16th and the 30 on the 30th. But I really don't know what's going to happen with this. I might get exercised on the 25. But like I said, my buy price I think was $24.71. I think if I scroll up here, you could see $24.19. So I would still make money on those 100 shares. And then for me to break even and get a little bit more money, I would have to get to 30 on the next 100 shares. So that's kind of interesting how I did that. Not really sure why I did that. But anyways, $83.15. So just basically $100. Nothing too crazy. Neo, I did 2 at 47. I know my average buy price is 47.07. But to be honest, I think within the next 2 weeks, just the way things are going here, I don't think we're going to hit that number. But who knows? Things could just start skyrocketing. But anyways, I got $40 each one of those. So that's $80. And then Riot is my biggest one here for a 65 strike with a $340 premium. So overall, $702 just for this week right here. If you add that and this together, we have $947. So not too great, guys. Not too great at all. I mean, I'm not complaining. That's, money in my pocket, but still, it's nowhere close to what I used to be doing. So we'll see what happens. I think as the market starts recovering and stuff, and some of these prices get back towards my buy prices, we could sell some more better premiums, get some more premiums. Now, like I said, my Mara ones, I just wanted to show you guys this. So I sold 100 shares. None of these actually got actually, one of them got exercised. And I know this is really confusing. The reason this is like this is because I forgot to put in another one and it's missing from here. I think I got around $200 for it. I can't remember though. It's not on any of the history for some reason. I can't find it anywhere. But bottom line, what basically happened is I sold 100 shares for a loss of $10. So it was at 39. I think I sold them at 39.13. So that's $10. $10 of a loss, I believe, and then 44.75 I gained $25 in stock appreciation. So nothing too crazy there. I'm just kind of glad to be out of that. I mean, it's a great company. I think it's going to keep growing, especially with Bitcoin growing and everything like that. But I was just ready to limit my exposure to that. So now I just have Riot, because before I had, I had about almost 15 grand just in Mara and Riot shares. So that was a little bit scary. I think I got kind of lucky with how that all played out. But I still am in Riot. I'm not going to sell that for a while unless it gets exercised. But I think if it starts getting back into the 60 range, I'm going to sell $70 or $75 strike prices, because I do want to get a little bit more of the top end on that one. But yeah, guys, so that's basically it. Skillz is my newest one that I added to the portfolio, and I think this company is going to do great. But I'll keep you guys updated. I'm also probably going to do a video on the top 5 stocks under $20, like one of you guys requested. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, guys.